One guy that often doesn't get enough credit, that does a lot to help these Rams be so successful, one of the most successful programs in schools, athletic programs rather, this year within the state. Can't even tell you how many state championships they've won, but I'll tell you one guy that certainly can tell you that stat if I know Mike McGurk, who's on the line with us now. Mike, how many state championships did you guys win this year?
We won 3, and we were runners-up in 2 others.
Absolutely. All right, Mike, so breaking news coming across my desk in the form of something written on a napkin. You're leaving Robinson. That's breaking news. Didn't even know about this. And coming into the show tonight, Mike, why don't you walk us through, had a great career as a DSA at Robinson. Where are you going and why?
I'm actually heading to Jefferson City, Missouri, Jefferson City High School in Jefferson City, Missouri. And my wife's parents live about an hour from there. Her brother and his family live about 20 minutes from the high school. Her grandmother lives out in Kansas City. And we as a family just made a decision that we wanted a little bit of a slower pace of life. It just gets crazy around here. You get used to the traffic and used to all the craziness, and we just decided as a family we wanted to take a little step back and see how life is in the Midwest.
Mike, when did this first idea get into your head, and when did you decide to go through with it?
We had talked about it at the turn of the year in January, and just started looking around, and this is a really good fit. The school is about 2,800 students, and so it's very similar as far as Robinson goes, both academically and athletically. The track team there, the girls' track team, has won 4 straight championships. Their football team won 4 state championships in the 90s. So it's another successful program, both, like I said, academically and athletically.
Well, speaking of successful programs, I know there have been a lot of highlights of your career at Robinson, and certainly there were some this past weekend getting past the heat. But so could you tell us about some of your favorite highlights from your career there?
Certainly the most recent ones are great. The girls' soccer team winning a state championship was really kind of special for me because, as some people know, I would get out and practice with them a couple of times a week. In fact, this season I'll admit to breaking my foot at one of the practices, and I was in a boot for 5 weeks. So that was kind of special for me. Seeing our boys' basketball team get back on track and get into the regionals and winning a game and then losing to West Springfield, that was pretty great. And then watching Percy Harvin in the state championship football game my second year at Robinson was pretty amazing, as well as the first year I was at Robinson. If you remember, both Westfield and Robinson were undefeated. It was the biggest gate we've ever had at a regional championship football game. We didn't win that game, but the atmosphere and the caliber of play at those games were truly amazing. Of course, there's other sports. Boys lacrosse winning back-to-back state championships was pretty amazing. And then, the tennis team with Drew Courtney, what a show he put on, winning 4 doubles championships, 3 singles, and leading the team to 3 state championships. So, I can't really pick out one program, but obviously it's been very successful. And with the move from the Patriot to the Concord, our kids and our coaches stepped up and really competed at the top level with that move, and didn't really look back at that at all. So I feel pretty good about that too.
Now, Mike, in addition to all the sports, you formed a lot of relationships in your time here. What are some of the non-sports memories that you're going to take with you, including with some of us sports writers here?
Well, it's funny. I got on you guys about getting on the show, and it takes me having to leave to go to another state to finally get put on. But, that's the one thing I'm going to miss the most is the relationships. I've been here forever. I went to Chantilly and George Mason and started coaching at Lake Braddock when I was a junior in college. So leaving the people is going to be awful tough, especially the guys at Sports Network with Brian Nern. I mean, I feel like every time there's a game, I get an email from him, can we come over in video or can we do this? And, you guys have been real good to me and real good to Robinson as far as fair coverage, and you guys do a great job of promoting the student athletes with limited access, and you guys do a great job with that. I mean, you think about the channels that we can get out to folks about communicating what our kids are doing and the special interest stories, and you guys cover it on the TV shows and the newspapers. But And, of course, the ADs, Mark Martino is my coach in high school, and I've known him since I was a sophomore in high school, which was 1987. So, we're going on 20 years where I've known him, and Doug Ewell, who I went to middle school with. We've been boys for that long, so that's those are the relationships that I'm going to miss the most.
All right, Mike, want to thank you for joining us on this all-new episode of the Fairfax Sports Report. Best of luck to you headed out to Missouri, but before we let you go, I got to quiz you a little bit, my man, see if you've been doing your research. All right, I'm going to start the fight song for the Jefferson City Jays and see if you can finish it. It starts off, on Jeff City, fight right through that line, take the ball.
I know the ends, let's go Jays, and I don't know the rest. And I know the colors are red and white. That's about as good as I can get right now.
All right, Mike McGurk, certainly one of the best athletic directors that has come through this area in quite some time, put his stamp on a Robinson program that has been so successful in so many different aspects. Best of luck to you down the road.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.